Now it's fixed. So this is the thermostat in question. The issue I'm running into right now is half the time my down button to turn the temperature down doesn't work. I've taken the batteries out, tried to reset it, everything else. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I'm going to replace it with a new one. Now when you're looking for a thermostat, they have different ones for electric baseboard heating, ones for forced air system, for boilers. So make sure you get the right thermostat for your system you have. I have a forced air system here, and I decided to change my thermostat with this one right here. It's nothing fancy, nothing special, but the main reason I did it is because it has backlight, where this one here doesn't have backlight. So every time we want to adjust it in the middle of the night, we got to turn a light on or use a flashlight. So the first thing we're going to do before we actually change the thermostat is turn the power off to the furnace. I could do it at the fuse breaker, but I have an emergency switch here which actually cuts power to the furnace. So I can just turn that off instead of actually going to the fuse panel. Now that the power is turned off, is actually remove the cover. And as you can see here, it's got a couple of batteries. That's just to keep the memory and other stuff. Here's my wires that are connected here, and I don't know how well you can see it on the video, but they're all plugged into a certain spot with color codes on them. So you've got like G, Y, W, RH. So it's not too hard to actually switch over a thermostat as long as you put the wires back in the same spot. Like you can see here with the back plate for the new thermostat, it's got all the same old letters on the back too. B, O, G, Y, W, R, and RC. So as long as we plug the wires that are on the letters here on the wires that are on the letters here, then we will be fine. So before you go disconnecting any wires, I'd recommend either taking a picture of where the wires are right now, or even better, take a piece of paper and write down what colored wires are on what letter. So this way here, if you happen to forget, we can always go back and look at something as a reference guide. So we're going to remove the screws that are holding it to the wall. Now we can actually see what color this living room used to be because they never painted behind the thermostat. So next thing we're going to do is get a little screwdriver, start removing these wires. So now we have the old one off here and the wires are sticking out. We can mount our other base on. And based on my little wiring schematic, I know that white goes into W, so that's where we're going to start. And it's just as easy as putting it in the little hole and then tightening the set screw. And you can see it holds the wire in. So now we'll just do it for the other colors. And then my last one goes in the R. So we'll have to loosen one of these because it has the jumper pin in it. And then we'll stick our wire in. Now with all 4 wires connected, we're going to test it before I mount it to the wall to make sure our new thermostat's working fine. So I put some batteries in it because it needs that for the digital display. This one here just hooks together on the top and it snaps in. So now that we've turned the furnace back on downstairs, turn the switch to heat. You can see the backlight's lit up. We can actually adjust the temperature now. And our furnace will come on. Heard that nice click? As you can see, it says heat on right here. Our furnace is heating up again, so now I've just got to properly secure it to the wall. Now all we got to do is put our front plate on. You can see it's got pins right here that match up with this strip right here. So you got to be careful when you're putting it on that it lines up properly. New thermostat installed. Hopefully that gives you guys a bit of insight on how to change your own, or maybe a little bit of courage. If you like this video, why don't you check this one out too.